As the attacker grabs Doohee, she unconsciously presses her cell phone's emergency button. An SOS alarm is sent to Gu-won. He immediately goes to Doohee's home. He drove his car fast and had to take the stairs to Doohee's home. Fortunately, he arrives right on time and is able to hold Doohee's arm as she is about to fall. The attacker hides and waits to find the right time to attack Gu-won. The attacker used a knife to cut Gu-won's arm, which was holding onto the balcony. As they fall, Gu-won's power comes back as he is holding Doohee's arm. They teleported to the stairs of the building. Because of shock, Doohee started crying uncontrollably while hugging Gu-won. Gu-won hugs her back, comforting her. Sok-hoon sees them. He is going to check on Doohee too. At Doohee's home, they review the CCTV camera as the attacker is seen in the living room and get the music playing. Doohee noticed that the attacker was not the same one before, but Gu-won sees the wound on the attacker's nape that Doohee remembers. Gu-won then concluded that the attacker is changing faces in order not to be discovered. Gu-won and Sok-hoon then steps outside to talk. Sok-hoon asks Gu-won what Doohee and Gu-won is not telling him. But Gu-won tell him that he should ask Doohee himself, because if Doohee doesn't want to tell him, there should be a reason behind it. Doohee goes to the balcony, followed by Sok-hoon. Sok-hoon offered his hand to Doohee and asked her to marry him, telling her that she should not be alone. Then, Gu-won comes in, offers his hand to Doohee, and asks her to marry him instead. Doohee tell them both that she will think about their proposal. At the office the next morning, Doohee is thinking about the choices she needs to make. Bok-ju brings a lot of food for Gu-won. Gu-won then confesses to Bok-ju that he proposes to Doohee. Bok-ju couldn't believe it, because he knows how Gu-won thinks about marriage, especially to humans. Then, Gu-won sees Sok-hoon entering the elevator holding a flower in a pot. At the office, Doohee asks her employee, Jung-mi, to make a tarot card reading for her. Sok-hoon and Doohee laugh at their awkwardness. Jealous Gu-won can't stand seeing them laugh together, so he goes to the pantry. Sok-hoon confesses his feelings to Doohee. Sok-hoon had a talk with Gu-won about the marriage proposal. Sok-hoon asks Gu-won why he proposed to Doohee when he turned down her marriage proposal before. While in the car, Gu-won asks Doohee why she saved his name and Sok-hoon's as her emergency contacts. She answered because Gu-won is her bodyguard and Sok-hoon is like a family. And asked Gu-won why he suddenly proposed to her after rejecting her marriage proposal before. Gu-won answers her that he doesn't want her to die. They go to the groundbreaking ceremony of the company, and Doohee informs Chun-sook's family that she will be getting married tomorrow. At the wedding the next day, Doohee sees the chairman, Chun-sook, and has a heart-to-heart talk with her. The groom waiting on the other end of the aisle is Gu-won. Doohee prepared a contract about their fake marriage. In the contract, it states that they will appear as an ideal couple in the eyes of the public. But in private, they will have boundaries to respect their own privacy. When they are taking pictures, the photographer asks them to kiss, and Gu-won kissed Doohee after placing his thumb on Doohee's lips to act as a barrier between their lips. Gu-won then tells Sok-hoon not to gaze at someone else's wife with such intense emotion, as he is clearly jealous. Da-jing prepared a wedding car for Doohee and Gu-won. As they arrived at Doohee's home, Gu-won became excited because it will be his first time seeing Doohee's home. But when they enter her home, Gu-won protectively covers Doohee because he sees a messy living room and thinks someone broke in. He holds Doohee's arm to use his power, and in a split second, the messy living room becomes clean. Doohee then asks Gu-won to help her find the blouse she threw in the trash post because of him. Their first night as a married couple is an awkward one, as they both don't know how to act and talk to each other without being conscious. They both are unable to sleep and think of each other as they lay on their own beds. Gu-won then dreams of when he was still a human 200 years ago and sees a woman holding a sword, but wakes up not seeing the face of that person. As Doohee is eating breakfast, Gu-won walks in and is quite captivated by Doohee's natural beauty, even though he doesn't want to admit it. Do-hee wants to find the boss of her attacker, and her suspect is Do-kyung. Gu-won then holds Do-hee's arm, and they teleport to a bathroom. A moment later, Do-kyung enters, followed by someone who tells Do-kyung he might kill someone in his condition. They followed Do-kyung wherever he went, until they ended up in a photo booth at the train station. They see Do-kyung go to a coin locker. But Do-kyung, sensing someone is watching her, then goes to the photo booth. Do-hee and Gu-won starts to panic, as Gu-won's power malfunction even though he is holding Do-hee's arm. And then, slowly, Gu-won closes his eyes and leans in to kiss a shocked Do-hee, and this time, no thumb acts as a barrier.